Google Analytics gives you back a load of data you can use completely free that will really help you to improve your website. And the reason why most people don't use it is because they don't know how to find it. Now, a lot of web designers will make decisions on websites and say, I feel like this is what people will do, when you really don't need to feel like anything. You can just look at the data. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to look at the data so you can see on a page-by-page basis where people come from to get to that page, and then where they went to after that page. And when we look at that, we'll know exactly what we need to do to the page to make it perform slightly better. There's loads of really good data in Google Analytics to help you improve your website, and one of the best things that's kind of hidden away is over here in behavior and site content, then all pages, is this right here, navigation summary. If we click on that, and then if we click on where it says current selection, we can then go through and find our page. I'm going to actually use this one right here because this is the one that gets the most traffic. If we click on this, so I'm on this schema FAQ generator, which is this page right here, and what we can see, if I set the date back to a date range that we can get some real data off of, we can see all the different pages that people was on and then visited this page. So there was four page views that come from this page initially. People was on this page, and then 4 times they clicked off onto this page from there. So this is a traffic source to here. And then on this side we can see the pages that this was a traffic source to. So there was 2 times when people hit this page and then went to the home page, or the articles page, or the CSS aspect ratio calculator page. And so with this, what we can tell, and this isn't a great example, but I can show this data a lot more freely than I can client data. So with what we can use this for is to see why traffic is coming to this page and where they go after, and that can really help us figure out the sort of things that people are interested in or are looking for. So if you imagine it was a e-commerce website and you had some sort of guarantee that you offer, and you saw on the left side, and you were looking at the guarantee page, and you saw on the left side that you had a bunch of people visit from a particular product, and then they come to your guarantee page that explains how your guarantee works, you might be able to decipher from that I should probably pull this data into, this content into the actual product page in some way through a pop-up modal box or something like that, because I'm getting people to navigate away from the product, which I don't really want to do because they can't buy from my guarantee page, so they'll have to hit back, and anytime I add another step into the process, I'm going to lose a little bit of conversion rate. So you can look at this sort of data and really figure that out. Now on my site right here, I'm going to show you in a second how I've actually looked at this data this morning and realized, okay, I need to do something about this, because I made some changes recently that have negatively affected my site. So I, not too long ago, went in and removed, I used to have this sidebar that sticks here, this call to action. I put this here because this works better for me. I'm a big fan of getting rid of everything that don't need to be there. So I would, if I was able to send traffic to this page from anywhere other than SEO, and if this page was likely to convert, I would get rid of the menu, I would get rid of this stuff down here. I'd have to keep this stuff, but I'd get rid of this, get rid of everything we don't need, and just keep in the clear call to actions and anything that aids in a sale. I'm a big fan in that, because in conversion rate optimization it's super important. So along those lines, I went ahead and I got rid of, I used to have in the sidebar right here, I used to have all of the recent posts, the category pages, the tags, and just a bunch of stuff that to me is nonsense. But I got rid of those on the grounds of conversion rate. But what actually, and then when you come down here, I've got these buttons in here where you can share on Facebook, Twitter. These are good. So this is the main thing I want people to do. If not, this would be good for them to do. And if not, this would be good for them to do. And so I got rid of all the other stuff that I didn't really care about, which is, if somebody was looking for schema FAQ generator, they hit this page. I don't really want them to just look around the blogs and stuff. I want to comment, I want it shared, whatever it is. So I took those off. But what happened is if you look right here, you see how the Yoast FAQ schema accordion used to send people to this page, right? If we have a look at this now over the past week, that doesn't happen anymore, and the traffic from this page doesn't go anywhere else anymore other than one person that went ahead and clicked on the homepage after. And the reason for that is obviously that they can't do it anymore because I removed the links. So there's absolutely no link to that Yoast FAQ accordion that I built. There's no link to that anymore on this page. So I can't keep people on the website anymore through these blogs because I decided to remove them. And the whole point of these blogs is getting traffic on the site, getting them to look around the site and stuff like that. And so actually that was a bad idea. So what I need to do now is just change it in terms of priority. I was right to get rid of it from the side because this is far more important. However, I was wrong to get rid of it completely, and that data backs up this, and that's why I say you can use this sort of data to, instead of guessing, you know, you can make guesses and test and then learn from it and see whether or not you were right and whether or not you need to do something different. So from that now, what I can see is that, yeah, I shouldn't have it in the sidebar here because there was no point in getting someone to hit this page and giving them the option to click straight off here. That's not going to help me in any way, shape or form. But once they get down to here, below the comments, if they scroll all the way down to here, I should offer them some content to keep them in the system, because otherwise they're just going to hit back and go away. And I don't want them to do that. I want to keep people on the website. So what I'm actually going to be doing is adding in, you know, some different blog posts down here underneath the comments. So I keep all of the main call to actions as prominent as possible. This is my main call to action right here. I keep that prominent, and that's fine. And then when we go down here, then this is my second most important call to action, is to share this stuff around. And then the third is leave me a comment. And then the fourth is check out my other posts. And that's what I'm going to use. This data has influenced my decision on, if you see what I mean. Now the next thing I want to show is this what's it called, extension for Google Chrome. And basically when we turn this on, we can actually look at a similar data set to what we've got right here. We can look at on the page, and this is really good visually. Not so much for this page because, as I said, it's changed. So when we look at this, it's a little bit more, you know, we know that from this date period, 1st of June right here to the 1st of August, there was a bunch of people who went off to the CSS aspect ratio calculator page. Let me just get back to where I was on, because otherwise it's going to get confusing. So there was a bunch of people who from that page ended up clicking onto this page and looking at this. Now they can no longer do that because there's not a link here, so it won't show it in this report anymore, but the rest of this we can see. So look, 2 clicks on this home, that correlates with that right there. 2 clicks on articles, that correlates with that right there. And as we go through, we'll just see that the majority of this data does correlate. Now one thing that I should point out is that if you look, it's got links to the home page, for example. So if we look right here, it's got 2 where we've got the logo that goes to the home, and then the home menu item, it's got 2, and then in the footer menu, this copyright link, it's got 2. Now what it actually means is that it's just showing that this same data right here, but it's showing it on the actual link. So don't think that it means they've clicked on this specific link, because it's actually highly unlikely they clicked on this one. It's far more likely that they clicked on these ones above the scroll. But yeah, you've got to take the actual link with a grain of salt, but just realize that it's probably going to be the most prominent one. If it really matters to you, and I've had this happen where it does matter, then you should set up event tracking. So fire off an event with the one that they click on. I do this with calls to actions on different location landing pages where I've got, you know, multiple calls to action after different sets of content to book an appointment. I will track which one they're clicking on, so I know which one is most prominent. And then you could also use things like heat maps with Hotjar and Yandex Metrica if you wanted to get that level of data. For me, making a decision, I really don't need to see that much. But I mean, yeah, the other thing with this as well, just to point out, is that it really shows you so much data right here. We've got page views. We can actually set this to anything we want, really. Unique page views, how long people are spending on the page. So this is a thing right here that, you know, if you're looking at this and you're going, okay, people aren't spending very long on this page, then straight away, really quickly, we can get an overview of that data. So if I was to go ahead and click on, I don't know, maybe like this page right here, for example. If I click on this and I'm like, okay, people aren't spending, and I've got like, you know, 10 seconds on here, then I'll go, right, there's a problem with this page somewhere. It could be the traffic source. It could be, you know, the keyword I'm targeting is creating poor traffic, or maybe I'm running low quality ads, like maybe the display network on mobile is sending poor quality traffic because people are on apps and accidentally clicking my ads or something. You know, but you can really get this data back really quick using this tool. So I just thought I'd share those two things with you. If you want to know more about these sort of things and you want some more examples of this, let me know in the comments down below. And hopefully you enjoyed this video and learned something from it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you in the next video.